Folks, welcome back to another video. My name is Professor Vincent, and today I wanted to talk about total value and why it's super important that the total value of each set is worth your time, because that means people enjoy the set, they want to collect the set, and so therefore the prices of the sealed product goes up. And I hope y'all notice I got both sides up now, and we got some lights, so we are better seen, and hopefully it looks a lot better. Let me know your guys' thoughts on everything. We got the mic now, we got the lights, we're working on a better camera, um, but we will see if I need an extra camera. Let me know in the comments if we do need one. But let's get into the video. So every Thursday we go over what the market is doing and really only see a point in investing into the newer sets because they're easier to get into. They are most receptible to doubles, right? So the whole point of investing into anything is how fast you can double into that product, right? So the process is you want to double as many times as you feel comfortable, and then you want to sell off and then get the newer set, right? And then keep getting your doubles. Or, it's going to be selling a percentage, right? You don't sell all of it, right? So say you have 20 ETBs and it's at a good point where you think it's not going to double as fast. Perfect time to sell half, right? Take the gains and then get into another set. So, for example, if you had a bunch of Evolving Skies and you felt like, hey, I don't think it's going to go up anymore, or as fast, or how fast do you think that's going to double, right? So how fast do you think the $2,500 box is going to get to 5,000, right? So if you're planning that, you really want to get into sell a percentage of the set. Obviously, you can hold on to it. It's up to your decision. Definitely looking into creating a video on how best that works, and I think that'll be something good to talk about as well. But today, let's get into it because a lot of the sets are going up right now. So, Scarlet Violet base, it is 263 a box and 95 cents. Total value correlates with that box with the rest of Scarlet and Violet and a little bit of Mega Evolutions. Really don't know exactly where Mega Evolutions is going to lie because it's so new. The gold cards in there are harder to hit, but still don't know how the people are enjoying those cards. I don't see too many people talking about them as much, or going all in on the golden cards. It just feels that there's a piece of it that people are just not very seeing them as sought after cards. Um, so we're really keeping an eye on that for Mega Evolution side. But 151, 151, I hold 151. Love to see that people are seeing more value in the cards, which is representing that the ETBs are up at 473 now, which is awesome. The bundles are at 138. The packs are at 1947. Great to see. We haven't seen the Pokemon Center ETBs hit 1,000 where they were, but they're slowly making their way to that point. I would say in the next month or two, it's going to hit over 1,000 for the PC ETBs, since it is getting closer and closer, just farther away from these sets. And I really don't think they're going to reprint 151. I think it's pretty much done, and so people are noticing that, and they are investing into it, and which means people are buying a bunch of it, which is increasing the price, right? Next thing I wanted to talk about is Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates, another specialty set. I really enjoy the specialty sets because you can see all the pack prices. They're just higher than the normal main line sets, which means better for value. We want to be growing as fast as possible. So if you guys were into holding a bunch of packs, I would recommend doing just the specialty set packs because of these reasons, right? So Paldea evolved in 151 about about 2 months ago. It was probably around the same exact total value, and the packs were about the same. And now you see the specialty sets doing its thing and outcompeting on the sealed side. It's just because there's no booster box, right? There's not a product that has 36 packs, so harder to get the packs in mass quantities. So something to keep in mind when you are long-term holding into sets, right? I would rather hold specialty set packs rather than mainline set packs. Um, the one benefit of the mainline set packs is that they do have a sealed single pack. I would agree that I do have a bunch of Destined Rivals sealed packs, just sealed single packs, because those are only for the mainline sets, and I think those hold their value a lot better than just holding the single pack. So um, I know Destined Rivals right now that they're around the same for a single pack right now, but in the long haul, they are going to outproduce if you have it in the sealed. So the sealed just one pack blister, or the, I don't know, it's like the foldable or whatever the one pack is, that's sealed. Something to invest in for sure. Next, Twilight Masquerade. Love to see it at 318. Love to see it. Another total value set that's over 1,000. We really want to be in the sets that are over 1,000 because they will make the biggest moves over time. So for Sword and Shield, like Brilliant Stars, Lost Origins, those are all over 1,000, and they're doing great. They're doing great. They're over $500 a box. Definitely worth your time. One of the things that I don't see right now is Stellar Crown. Like Stellar Crown at 280 a box. I really do not see Stellar Crown at a $280 box. The value in general, like there's really about two cards now. It's the Squirtle and Bulbasaur, because the Terapagos fell off really hard. And I mean, nothing that we can really do, because that is how the market sees the cards, right? We're playing the numbers. That's what we do on this channel. So every Thursday we go over these numbers and we decide what is good and what's bad. And so we also figure out what to do with our money to put it into certain things that we believe are going to grow better than others, right? So the best way to do that is to pull up the Excel spreadsheet and get these numbers down. So Surging Sparks at 257, this tells me that this is either undervalued or Stellar Crown is overvalued, right? And I am seeing a lot of the boxes starting to go over that $300 mark. Reason being is that I've seen there's recently only been one print run of booster boxes, and then they make 2 or 3 more releases of the smaller miscellaneous products. So it is keeping the booster box prices super high, which is something to keep in mind for mainline sets, right? For mainline sets, I mainly just collect the booster box and a couple ETBs, if that. I normally, it'll be around like 1 to 5, right? And then I only get booster boxes because it's going to outperform all of the other products in the long term. And that is what we want to do, because we're going to be holding for at least 2 years, right? So the print runs are usually 2 years for the set, right? Around there. So you want to basically plan for about 2.5 years to hold on to a product, because we're betting that it's going to double within that time frame. And Prismatic Evolutions is going crazy. 172.63 an ETB right now. That is insane gains. And it's still in print run. It's growing this fast exponentially, and it's still in print capacity. We could still get a lot more ETBs from the Pokemon Center Company. And so we will see how these perform, but Prismatic Evolutions, the total value has been going up as well. A lot of these sets have been going up, especially Destined Rivals as well. Um, but let's keep on with Prismatic Evolutions because this set is going to potentially be the best set of the Scarlet and Violet era. And I would highly recommend, if you're not into it, get into it because the numbers show that it is the best set. We got the highest total value in the set. It's all evolutions. Everyone really loves evolutions. There's no one really hating on evolutions. And one of the most favorited Pokemon are the Umbreon, and it's in the set. It's over $1,000 card. You have a chance to pull one pack that is worth $1,000 and more because you can get a God pack, you can get a demigod pack. There's just so many opportunities for you to get a lot of value out of an $11 pack. And that is why you want to be in it because I've also seen many streamers are the most sold pack is Prismatic Evolutions because you're able to get all those opportunities, right? And so one of the other things we wanted to talk about today is Journey Together. So Journey Together is about a $87 boost in total value over Stellar Crown, and it's worth $30 more. Keep in mind, there's also a little promo card that comes in this booster box as well. So this is also telling me that either Stellar Crown is way overpriced, Journey Together is undervalued, or they're all going to start going up to around that 300 mark, which I think could be a possibility in the near future because everything has been going up. All the booster box people are realizing there's more people coming into the hobby. There's just a lot happening in the Pokemon community, and we need more product basically. And there's just not enough supply for the demand that is needed. And so when that happens, prices go up. I know they are coming out with a new print facility in 2027, but again, that's going to be a year from now. We still have a year of basically we're going to be undersupplied on all of the products. So that is why I do believe that there's going to be most of the booster boxes hitting 300, and it's going to affect a lot, I think, in the Scarlet and Violet and a little bit of the Sword and Shield era as people are going to start paying more since there's less quantities out there to buy, because I think there's more and more people joining the hobby, which means there's more and more people holding the product. And so they're, storing it in the closet and keeping it there. And, they're not being sold. And so people are holding on to more product because they're seeing it more as an investment and an asset. So something to keep in mind, because if more and more people do that, there's less product to buy out there, which means it's just going to continue to rise because people will continue to buy as more and more money flows into the hobby. So something to keep in mind. But let's get into Destined Rivals. Destined Rivals making a move. It's probably up, let's see, from last time. Yeah, we're about to up like $70. So that's really nice to see. The booster box is staying steady at the 555, which I think is just absolutely insane. This did not feel like it came out that long ago, and it's already a $555 box. So very scary to an investor to dump a lot of money into this product because it's so new. This has never happened before in the Pokemon community that there's a box at 555 out of release and still in print. And you also see that 190 a box for the ETBs, I think, is a little absurd. And so this is what I want to talk about for the total value, right? We have a mainline set at around $17.45 for the total value, so which is the highest. It is the highest in all of Scarlet and Violet, and This is honestly, it's the second highest total value set out of all, or second highest main set, other than Evolving Skies, which was 5 years ago, which is good to see. Do I think that is a $555 box? That is the question. That is the question. When do I see this hitting 1,000? Right. So I talk about how fast can you double things? How fast are things going to double for you? So with this price being at 555, how fast do you think it's going to hit 1,000? Right? Do I think the booster box for Dustin Rivals is going to hit 1,000 faster than the Prismatic Evolutions ETB hitting 340? I don't think so. I think the Prismatic Evolutions ETB is going to double faster than the Destined Rivals ETB, and I think it has more value to grow in, seeing how the 151 ETBs are doing. So something to keep in mind when you are deciding on what to keep in your closet for your investment, Pokemon-wise. Black Bolt and White Flare, they are, I still see them as undervalued. I think people are skipping right over them. I think it is still a play to get into. I think they're going to do great over time. I think $90 to $85 an ETB is a perfect range to get in and buy. As you can see, Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates has less total value in the set. The ETB is 300. It's still in print run for a little bit longer. So, how fast do you think Black Bolt and White Flare are going to double? Right? If it stays on track with Paldean Fates and how it's doing, it's going to triple in faster than the Destined Rivals is going to triple, and the faster than the ETB for Prismatic Evolution is going to double, right? So again, we're back at the doubles. We want to see doubles, right? And the normal stock market movements are around 7 to 10 years to double, right? So if we can double in a year or two, we're going to outcompete everybody, right? And that's the whole point of doing any of this, right? The whole point of having this Excel spreadsheet is so that we can double what we invest our money into, right? And obviously we need to gain a little bit more, as this is a tangible asset, and our sell periods are around 70 to 95%, right? You're really selling between those ranges. And so you need to make sure that when you buy something, it's going to appreciate over time, right? Because if you don't, and it stays stagnant for a long period of time, then selling it, you're going to sell at a loss, and then it would be a whole waste of time to hold on to all this product for years, and then there's nothing, right? We don't want that. So let's get into Mega Evolutions now. Mega Evolutions, doing good. The booster box is going up. Not too sure. Not too sure why exactly these are going up so crazy. I think people love that one Charizard that is probably obviously the best looking Charizard we have ever seen is in Phantasmal Flames. So definitely a reason why the booster box is so high right now, but it's just very hard to tell since the total value is where it's at, right? So looking at another one like Paldea, hard to compare right now around that, because again, the gold cards, we really don't know there's massive value in the gold cards for Mega Evolutions, because obviously hard to hit and affects the price because of the rarity of pulling it. And so that's definitely a reason why they could be going up, and just have to be cautious of it, really. We're seeing Ascended Heroes slowly move down because it just came out, obviously, and we wanna wait to invest a lot into Ascended Heroes, because we just don't know where everything's gonna end up. I want to see stagnant levels once it drops. It usually takes about a month to see where it's at. So we're kind of waiting to get into the ETB. I do think Ascended Heroes is going to be a great set to get into. We're really just waiting. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to drop down to exactly how the Prismatic Evolutions did. So I think the ETB will get to around $100. The bundle will drop to around 60. The packs will be probably around $9 once more product gets shipped out, because I know they are having delays in the product shipping out. So don't need to worry too much. We just have to wait for time. But right now, my number one is obviously Prismatic Evolutions. Still want to get deals for the ETBs at 172, and then Black Bolt White Flare. It hasn't changed for the past couple months because it's just how the numbers are shown. The total values make sense. The buy periods make sense, and we're just gonna hold. We're just gonna hold. I have recently looked into getting a little bit of Destined Rivals, because you have to think: do we think that the booster box is going to go down anymore? Do we think there's going to be a huge correction of booster boxes down to 400? I really don't think so. Even if they do print a lot more booster boxes come out, I think they're going to be eaten up by the big dogs, the whales. I think they're going to grab a bunch of them, and they're not going to sell them. They're going to sit and hold. And so that's going to affect the price by going right back up. And I really just don't see the Destined Rivals going super far down, as it is, again, the second highest total value set right now. So we're going to just see where that plays out. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your night, and make sure to leave a like and comment. Bye.